Hey guys, Shanko here, with just a little video on the Tough Break update. This update, my god, it has its ups and downs, but it has more ups than downs. More so than gunmetal. And let me just go into, actually, uh, I don't know, just to put this simply, it's a copy-paste of gunmetal. Okay, but anyways, time to get serious. They added 26 new contracts, which I think might be more than gunmetal. I don't know, I could be wrong on that. They added skinned wrenches, knives, and grenade launchers, which is good because the engineer relies more on his wrench than his shotgun and pistol, and the spy his knife. And the grenade launcher, well, I'm glad that Valve is still acknowledging the grenade launcher's existence at this point. And anyways, some of the contracts are weapon specific, which is cool. I mean, some of the gunmetal contracts, some of the objectives you needed to do there were sort of hinting towards what weapon you were supposed to use, but this one, you literally have to use them. And if you don't have them, don't worry, you can request loaner items. But that's not a problem for me because I have pretty much every weapon in the game in my backpack. I mean, not including all the reskins. But speaking of reskins, some of the reskins this time around are pretty cool, actually. Some of them, are they simplistic? Yes. But are they cool? Also yes. And I really, really want the coffin nail shotgun. Like a factory new coffin nail shotgun. I really want that. It looks nice. So they added cosmetic cases too. I unboxed one of them, and believe it or not, I actually got another Strange Spy cosmetic to add to, well, the set that I've gathered now. And I can't play Spy at all, so there's that. They added 4 new maps, 2 of which I've tried out so far, so I can't give criticism on all of them. Sorry, I can't talk. Snowy Coast I haven't played, but it looks pretty promising. Vanguard, I played that. Actually, that's the map that you see on the screen right now. That's Vanguard. It's actually pretty cool. I especially like how they didn't deviate from the art style too much, unlike a few of the other maps. I mean, they didn't deviate too much, but point aside, Vanguard is pretty nice. It gives sort of like a little, there's walls between each point. There's like a lot of walls between each point. It's almost as if there's like a straight line of walls parallel to the one adjacent to it. You know, you understand what I'm saying, right? Whatever. There's basically a lot of open space between the points, which I like because it makes it so if you get steamrolled, you won't get steamrolled as fast, and you'll have more time to do something about it. High pass, it looks a lot like what was that one arena map? It was like, darn it, I forgot what it was. I don't know. It just reminds me a lot of this one arena map. And then there's Landfall, which I don't exactly like too much, because, again, the problem I had with Probed in the Invasion update is that it was wide open, giving snipers an unfair advantage, and at the same time, I'm looking at, like, the little postcard for the map right here, and there's a giant ring around the tree. That's like begging to put sentries on top of that balcony up there. But anyways, they added new taunts. The manrobics, they're okay, I guess. It's just the fact that if you aren't pressing M1 and M2, it's the same animation for every class. The bagpipes, they're obnoxious. And and the bucking bronco is the one that I actually bought in comparison to the others. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I think that's going to be the new Rancho Relaxo before we know it. And now for the gameplay changes. Well, I'm not going to go through all of them, so here's the fast version, then I'll go through all the ones that I actually like or don't like. Okay, the panic attack, it no longer auto-fires when you fully load it. It can be held and released at will. Holy crap. That's going to be pretty tough to fight, but at least it's kind of balanced now. And they nerfed the reserve shooter in the half-set Toichi. Yes. The reserve shooter, I don't know, I'm just going to put up like a comparison video later on why it needed to be nerfed. And as for the Zetoichi, if you're going full Demo Knight, yeah, it's a direct upgrade. It needed a nerf. So now the Pretty Boy's pocket pistol is now a bit more viable. The Conjurer, which is a weapon that I already loved to death before the update, they doubled the health regeneration rate, but it decreases if the player has been recently damaged. And the main reason I used the Conjurer before is because if I'm rocket jumping, and I'm not using the gun boost, well, I mean, obviously, because I'm using the conch, but the point is that now I won't gain health back as much, so I can't rocket jump more efficiently without having to grab health kits. The Market Gardener got nerfed, not a problem for me because I don't use it. The Pyro now gets health when air blasting teammates. What? That's the only thing I have to say about the changes to Pyro in general. Just what? The Axe Extinguisher can now crit people that are burning, but it's less annoying to fight against. The Degreaser finally got the nerf it deserved. The Flood... Oh... Why? Why? Just why? I'm just sitting here scratching my head, Valve. Just why? Why would you do this? Like, they're literally impossible to counter when taunting. Just why? Okay. Amputators can now be activated by alt fire. Healing done now grants a small amount of uber charge. That's going to be pretty large effect on how much uber charge you have, because if you heal a large group of people, you're just going to have a lot of uber. Speaking of uber, they now tripled the uber charge build. Oh god. During setup time, they tripled the uber charge build rate during setup time. Why? And the medics now have slightly higher health regeneration when healing a hurt patient. Awesome, now they're even harder to kill. Thanks, Valve. The Deadringer, they buffed it a bit, but people barely use it still. And also, the Eviction Notice, Warrior Spirit, and Gloves of Burning Urgently. Well, you may be wondering, what could they have possibly done to these weapons? What could they possibly have done to these underappreciated, underused, heavy they nerfed them. And Demo Knight, there's a lot of changes. Charge and Charge Demo Men are no longer impossible to kill, and they can charge more efficiently without having to annoy everyone on the server. They nerfed Engineer, but it's not that big of a nerf. They basically made it so that the sentry is disabled for half a second after you remove a sapper. And they added a strange transfer tool, which I'm still not sure how it... I'm still not sure how it works exactly. Also, they added Festivizers, which are pretty neat, as they come for free every time you unbox one of the new stuff, so it's basically 2 in 1, and you get to choose what to put it on. That's neat. However, this is probably another step to Valve completely killing the economy, if they haven't already. But, I've gotten out of the economy a long time ago, so... Anyways, yeah. So yeah, I think that'll do it. Thanks so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe. And just, yeah. This is my opinions on the Tough Break update. So yeah, until then, this is Mike signing off.